Shalom. First off, I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rakakadash, Yahweh be the true name for Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai be named for His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. I give double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, and toss the truth and will, and citates the Jehovah light, person's truth and honesty and sincerity. But Yahweh Sop, because enough the spirit power Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai. And let's just go through the spirit. There's been some heavy movies lately coming out, and definitely the spirit of Israel coming back and rising to power. And this movie, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, had a little bit of spiritual takes on it. Besides a lot of the feminism that was promoted in the movie, if you can get past that part, it really shows basically the northern and southern kingdom eventually uniting and rising to power. And you can see the royalty of all of Israel featured within this movie. Okay, so we basically want to get into it. I recommend checking it out. It has a lot of special effects and stuff goes into it. It's very long, almost 3 hours. But yeah, definitely entertaining. I'm going to get into it here. Let's see, we're going to start with, this is the book of Jeremiah 50, verse 33. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. You see the oppression from both sides. The other Black Panther movies, you see the oppression of what they've done to our people. And you had Killmonger rise up to power. And Killmonger's like, I'm going to fight and get revenge. And we're going to take down Esau, Edom, which is the so-called white people, for everything that they stole. Okay. And then in this movie, you have another similar villain that rose to power by his name of Namor, I believe. He goes by in the movie. There's another name they call him, Kukla something, I can't remember. It basically just means serpent god. And he does the exact same thing. He comes out with all this massive amount of power, and then he tries to fight. And basically wages war on Esau. And ultimately, in the movie, they try to demonize that whole mentality of raging war against the surface people, or in a roundabout way, they don't come out and say it, but waging war against Esau, so-called white people. They both call them, refer to them as colonizers in the movie. And they show clips of slavery and then whipping the Northern Kingdom, so-called Native American and Latino people in the movie, and what Esau was doing and slaughtering. And then you had the dude Namor rose to power and fought against him. But we both caught heavy oppression, both sides equally. The Southern Kingdom was oppressed, and during the transatlantic slave trade, Northern Kingdom was oppressed, during the Spanish and Portuguese slave trade. And both of us caught it heavily. Both of us were slaughtered in the millions. Okay, and in the movie, they end up fighting. Okay, you got I don't want to ruin the movie too much for those that haven't seen it, but you have the dude, the Aztec people or the Mayan people that were living in the ocean came out and basically initially came to Judah peacefully and said, hey, look, we want you to help us fight against the surface people. And then Judah wasn't with it, because the scriptures talk about how Judah is a crouching lion. He crouched down, who shall rouse him up? Judah don't want to actually stand up against, right now, the powers that be. It's going to take Yahweh Shai coming back and the spirit of him coming back closer to really piss off the so-called Negroes to where they start really raging war on Esau. And you can feel it in the air that the tensions are getting at all-time high. They had enough, especially with this movement with that Kanye West is stirring up. Niggas is waking up to the truth, man. And Judah's getting pissed off. And once Judah actually fully gets pissed off and rouses up, you're going to have the Northern Kingdom is going to rouse up with them. Okay? Ephraim's going to rouse up. But we've both been oppressed together. But at one point in time in history, we waged war with one another. Israel fought against each other. And that was a tactic established by Esau, the whole divide and conquer. And that also was a curse that Yahweh put upon us. All right, this is the book of Deuteronomy 28:54. It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. So the evil between the brothers of so-called Hispanics and so-called Negroes has been heavy. Look at the gang wars that goes on. Okay, fighting over territory and drugs. We've been brainwashed to just slaughter each other. And that was really the only way the so-called white people were able to take over all of North America from the North American Indians, as they got them to fight each other. Okay? They used that by empowering one tribe, give them alcohol and weapons of warfare, and saying, hey, look, you can take over this other tribe that you've already been fighting over territory for, and we'll help you out. Israel was being wicked, man. Gad was not united over here. They were killing each other. You know, you still got some tribes to this day still hate each other and get highly offended, you know, if you call the tribe not by the right name. You know, if you go to a Cherokee Indian and you call them Chata or something like that, they're going to get very angry, upset with you. But they're all the same people. They're all Gad and Reuben and Ephraim. So as a curse, we fought one another. But eventually the curse begins to lift. So in the movie, you know, eventually there was a time of peace, and then there was war, and then, you know, they damn near killed each other off, and they looked at each other and said, hey, look, we can't fight each other. We got to unite. And the dude said it at the end of the movie. He said, hey, one day, you know, the Wakandans are going to come to us for help, and they're going to need our people. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Judah is going to need the northern kingdom for help. It's symbolic to what King David did. King David went and recruited the northern kingdom to fight against, you know, Saul. He was a wicked man. Okay, so we get another precept. It goes into it a little bit. Let's see here. This is the prophecy of the tribes uniting. Ezekiel 37:19. Say unto them, thus saith Yahweh God, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and will put with them him even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand. Right, so the northern kingdom Israelites, all right, will unite with the southern kingdom Israelites. You got southern kingdom Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and you got northern kingdom. You got Joseph. You got Ephraim, Gad, you know, Reuben. You got Issachar, Naphtali, Zebulun, so on and so forth. All 10 tribes of the northern kingdom will come with the southern kingdom, and they'll no longer hate each other. And that's one thing you can spiritually see. You know, that whole brown on brown, you know, hatred don't really go on no more. A lot of so-called Hispanics are very cool with so-called Negroes. You know, they're marrying each other now again, dapping each other up, best of friends, you know, going to each other's family gatherings. That hatred just is very is going away. The Lord wants it that way. Okay, this is the book of Isaiah 11:13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. There you go. So towards the end of that movie, they united. Okay, they united and fought. You know, Judah ended up putting hands on the main villain, you know, and she ended up basically sparing his life, saying, hey, she'll look after him and his underwater, you know, palaces and things like that, as long as he yield. Okay, which, yeah, ultimately the northern kingdom got to yield and let the head tribe take over, Judah. Okay, and let's see here. This is the book of Genesis 49:19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. So Gad, the North American Indians, this is a prophecy that they will gain their power back. They will get revenge at the end. So yes, Gad was one of the tribes that was damn near completely wiped out. Almost completely wiped out from all the genocide. That 500 years war was heavy on Gad, and they're still being killed, you know, on the reservations today. But at the end, they're gonna come back, and they showed another movie like this too, which was the first Purge, the newest Purge movie called the First Purge, I believe. No, it wasn't the first Purge. Another Purge after that. Damn, I can't remember it. But it was the most recent one they came out with, and it showed Gad waking up and fighting back. And Gad was kicking ass, man. That's the special forces of Israel, Gad and Reuben. So Esau's in trouble when those tribes fully wake up. But it's going to be the Lord that's going to do this, man. It's going to be the Lord that's going to do this. This is the book of Hosea 4 and 6. For my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children. So without knowledge of who we are, we'll be destroyed. There won't be any uniting. That's why there's a great awakening, everybody coming to the truth. Everyone's gaining the knowledge of who we really are. Okay? And don't get this twisted. This isn't a message for niggas to get carnal and take up arms and think they're going to go to war with Esau and create your own war and your own army and fight. No, the Lord is going to do all of that. The Lord is going to come back. He's going to get his lick first. And he's going to raise up elect men, his chosen men, to finish off Esau after the Lord brings destruction via fire. But in Jacob's trouble, you're definitely going to see Jacob winning and taking over Esau in big mass numbers. Isaiah 14:2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So the colonizers in that movie will be ruled over. They try to flip it a little bit and make the whole act of their whole revenge thing that the main villain character from this movie and from the other movie of Killmonger try to make him look like he was the bad guy. But that's the spirit that the Lord's going to want Israel to be in. Okay, and when he raises us up, there's not going to be no mercy. Not going to be any mercy, man. So that's pretty much it, man. Just a spiritual take on that movie. Like I said, go check it out, man. It was pretty cool. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and close out. And that's if you can get besides the whole, the empowering women superhero crap madness they're doing. That shit's off, man. Okay, but besides that, if you can ignore that part, spiritual movie, check it out. So with that, I'm going to close out. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone, Tasha's truth and will well. Salutations to you, hope like truth and honesty, sincerity. Shalom.